Welcome back. You're watching the special edition of First Up with me, Akshita Nandagopal, and on the 7th International Yoga Day. Let's tell you exactly how the world is coming together to focus on the theme Yoga for Wellness, a theme which is very, very apt for the times that we live in amid this pandemic. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi also in his Yoga Day address emphasized on the importance and the benefits of yoga. He said that it's come as a ray of hope, particularly in this crucial time of us fighting a pandemic. He also wished health and wellness for everyone in the world. Prime Minister Modi further said that yoga has taught us how to fight back COVID, and it helps COVID patients also recover faster. Now, he stressed on mental health, saying yoga not only aids in physical health, but very, very importantly, in mental wellness as well. Prime Minister Modi also stressed upon a collaboration with WHO and that India has taken another important step, which is that there will be a yoga app called the M-Yoga app, which will have yoga training videos in different languages for people across the world. This will help us in our One World, One Health motto, as stressed by the Prime Minister. As many as 190 countries are, in fact, observing this Yoga Day and are performing yoga, highlighting the importance of this practice.
The Ministry of Ayush continues to play a pivotal role to raise the profile of yoga and strives to make it accessible in every village, every home. Adapting rapidly, the ministry has launched a variety of digital tools, free yoga resources, training sessions and certification drives. The ministry has also partnered with other ministries, organizations, educational institutions, local communities and experts to disseminate the message and practice of yoga.
मैं प्रदेश के सभी नागरिकों को हृदय से बधाई देता हूं। हम सबको इस बारे में ध्यान रखना होगा, कोरोना के प्रोटोकॉल का पालन करते हुए योगा एट होम हर योग जिज्ञासु योग अपने अपने घरों में करें।
So as I mentioned, Yoga for Wellness is the theme this year, and with me is Garima Bhandari also here in our India Today studios. Garima, stretches that you would recommend for everyone to ensure, holistic wellness of the body and the mind?
Easy, steady postures, comfortable postures. So sitting on the mat in Sukhasana, you can just drop your hand on the right side of your body and take this arm, the left arm, over and above your head like this, dropping your neck to the right side and going as deeper as your body allows to, and infusing it with the breath. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and come back with an exhale to the center. Relax, doing the same thing. Inhale on the other side. Exhale, drop down. Stay here for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and come back to the center. Now we're going to do an upper dog position. So coming on your stomach like this and then going as much as you can. If you're comfortable till here in an upper dog, just go till here. But if you're able to lift your entire spine and go up, then just look up and stay for 1 or 2 breaths. And then from here, gently come on your knees and then send your knee folded like this between the center and try to sink your hips down like this. Now, do not try to drop your hips to the right side, which is a natural tendency. So try to stay on the center like this, keeping your arms for support. And if you want to go deeper, then just lean forward, stretch your arms wide and place your forehead on the ground. Walk back with your arms. Come up for a second and curl your toes at the back like this and dropping the knees, taking the left side in the center this time, and keep the toes pointed, and slowly go down. Opening the hips, you can see the great opening in your hips where we tend to store a lot of our stress. So inhale and exhale. Awesome. Slowly coming back to Vajrasana. And then we're going to gently lie down. And this time we're going to join our heels together like this, dropping the knees on the side like this, bringing the legs as close to our body as we can, and placing our arms on the thighs like this, and inhaling and exhaling. And after 5 breaths, bring the legs together like this and drop them on the right side like this, keeping your arms stretched and your vision towards your left shoulder, opposite side. Feel the stretch in the entire spinal column, all the way from the tip of your fingers to the toes, and come back to the center and doing the same thing on the left side. Vision this time will travel to your right arm. And return to your center by pulling yourself up. So as I said, these are gentle, soothing stretches that anyone can practice. Easy ones, not too pushy, but steady, comfortable postures.
And you recommend that through this also, we're very focused on our breathing.
Yes, breathing is the only way that we are trying to channelize our energy and also building our immunity system. So breathing is the most important aspect, the most vital element, I would say, of the yoga practice.
Let's touch upon daily practices that people can do. You know, things when you have a very fast-moving lifestyle and you have very little time, maybe about 5 minutes. What are the practices that you think people should ensure that they do on a daily basis, especially at these kind of times, to boost immunity, to boost lung health also, which is so important?
Yes, with yoga practice, we can independently increase the lung capacity to almost 80%, because in normal day-to-day life, we're just using 30% of the lung capacity. So I would, if you have just 5 minutes, I would recommend that you do a mix of Surya Namaskar and Pranayama. So Surya Namaskar, we can practice once more for those of... We practiced it earlier, but people who missed it. So we're going to stand in Samasthiti with our legs together. Inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, coming down slowly, keeping the integrity of the spine absolutely straight. Exhale. Inhale up. Beginners can fold their knees like this. And exhale and drop the knees down, come down. Now inhale, open the heart to an upward dog. And exhale to a downward dog by curling your toes. Staying for 5 long breaths. Bandhas locked, navel, drawing navel to the spine. Elongating the spine, tuning into the sound of your own breath. Last 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, head up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti. So you have to be very mindful of this movement when you're practicing Surya Namaskar, that where you're inhaling, where you're exhaling. So keep the breath and the movement with breath in tandem to each other.
So this, you're saying, is something that everyone can in fact bring into their lives. And for 5 minutes, spend time doing the Surya Namaskar every morning.
Just 5 of them is enough if you do it with the right breathing. And yes, one pranayama is what I would like to tell everyone. So we can be seated for that pranayama. And this is Bhastrika Pranayama. So for this, we are seated in any of the comfortable posture. To guide us, we're going to take our support of the arms. So inhale, we take the hands up. And when we exhale, we bring it down. So all the inhalation and exhalation we can do through our nose. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. So this kind of a pranayama also helps us to flush out all the toxins in the most organic way from our body and detoxify our body and our mind both, and helps in igniting the blood circulation.
And you know, you did mention about how it's important to also ensure mental well-being. So what are the practices that you would recommend for people who have an extremely stressed work life and then just want to calm down after work?
So as I was talking about yoga as a unison between your body, mind and soul. So what it does, it is trying to establish that beautiful, delightful blend between the two, where you have the power, you have the key to manage your emotions on your own. Patanjali Yoga Sutra says that yoga chitta vritti nirodha, which translates into saying that yoga independently can mediate the the stress causing factors which are on the external. So it stops your fluctuations from the outside, because your bills are not going to stop coming, your deadlines are not going to stop, your kids are not going to stop troubling you. Everything is going to be there because it's your life. But if you practice yoga for every day for half an hour, you will know that all these things are a beautiful part of your life, and now you were doing them before, but now with yoga practice, you will do them without complaint. You will not do them as a job or a duty, but you will own them, that yes, this is my life and I'll be able to do it. So that is what yoga does to you. So a beautiful practice of your asana with the pranayama practice is going to give you that kind of a liberation, I would say. And it's a beautiful feeling when you are able to take care of yourself, not just physically, on the physical plane, but also mentally and emotionally.
Yeah, so, we've been speaking about how the theme this time is about wellness, and very often when we think about a practice like yoga, it's always about physical well-being. Very, very important to also stress on mental health, and it goes a long way to practice yoga to help in someone's mental well-being, also to deal with the stress. And of course, our lives right now are so very stressful. Besides work, you've got also, the worry of your health. All of that makes it very, very difficult to focus. And yoga goes a long way in helping on that. Let me also now get you this conversation that Meenakshi Kanwal, my colleague, had with Swami Ramdev. She spoke to, in fact, many of the practitioners also at Ramdev's camp. Here's what they all had to say.
अगर आप दूर दूर तक नज़र डालेंगे तो आपको हर उम्र के लोग यहाँ पर दिखाई देंगे योग करते हुए। और सबसे बड़ी चीज़ यहाँ पर ये निकल कर आ रही है, जब हमने कल स्वामी रामदेव से भी बात की, कि ये किसी एक दिन तक सीमित नहीं होना चाहिए। इंटरनेशनल योग दिवस की शुरुआत प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के आह्वान पर हुई, जब वो यूनाइटेड नेशंस की जनरल असेंबली में संबोधित कर रहे थे, और उसके बाद पूरे विश्व ने उसे खुले दिल से अपनाया। लेकिन ये एक दिन हमें सिर्फ इस दिन की अहमियत याद दिलाते रहने के लिए है, लेकिन योग आपके जीवन का हिस्सा हो, वो प्रयास जो है नहीं छूटना चाहिए। नमस्ते, मैं देख रही हूँ आप लोग सब मिलके बड़ी ऊर्जा के साथ जो है लगे हुए हैं, और अभी तो सिर्फ करीब पौना घंटा बीता है योग करते हुए।
7:30, 9, 10 बजे तक पूज्य महाराज जी पूरे देश में योग का कार्यक्रम चलाएंगे।
आज आप लोग जब यहाँ पर इस योग दिवस के दिन इस बड़े कार्यक्रम में शामिल हैं, तो आप पूरे देश को क्या मैसेज देना चाहते हैं?
देश को यही मैसेज देना चाहते हैं कि कोरोना काल चल रहा है, और ऐसे में तो योग की महत्ता और बढ़ जाती है। तो सभी लोगों को सुबह उठ के परिवार के साथ, फैमिली के साथ, गार्डन में, घर में, छत में बैठ के योग जरूर करना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये हमारे ऋषियों का देन है। कोई खर्च नहीं है, और सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल हेल्थ बजट के लिए सबसे बेस्ट है। तो योग को सबको करना चाहिए, सब परिवार को।
हम ये देख रहे हैं कि जब से योग दिवस की शुरुआत हुई है, 7वां वर्ष है जब योग दिवस मनाया जा रहा है, लेकिन इस बीच हमने देखा है कि कैसे न सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान से बल्कि हिंदुस्तान से बाहर निकलकर अब विदेशी जिस तरह से हिंदुस्तान में आते हैं, ऋषिकेश में तो कहा जाता है वर्ल्ड कैपिटल है योगा की, तो ये एक बदलाव जो हुआ है बीते 8 से 10 सालों में, ये इस बदलाव को आप कैसे देखते हैं?
पहले तो योग ऋषि मुनि और गोपियों में बैठ के कोई योगी किया करते थे। जब से 21 जून हुआ है पूरे विश्व में योग के प्रति एक जागरूकता बढ़ी है और हरिद्वार तो योग का एक गढ़ हो गया है। पूरे विश्व को एक संदेश यहाँ से जाता है। यहाँ बहुत सारे आश्रम है जो योग को प्रेजेंट करते हैं, उसमें से एक प्रमुख पतंजलि योगपीठ है जो महाराज जी के दिशा निर्देशन में पूरे विश्व को योग का संदेश दे रहे हैं। तो ये तो अल्टीमेट चीज़ हो गया योग का 21 जून के साथ ही अब। जी
चलिए, 21 जून का दिन अपने आप में ऐसा है जब आपको इस दिन की अहमियत को और मजबूती से उसका एहसास लेने का मौका मिलता है, लेकिन इसे अपने जीवन में आप रोजाना के हिसाब से शामिल करें।
And we'll get you more such conversations. I'm slipping into a very short break here. First up, we'll be right back on the special broadcast on India Today, where we're in fact commemorating the International Yoga Day. Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining us here on our special broadcast on India Today. On your screens, on the occasion of International Yoga Day, are pictures that are coming in of how our forces are also performing yoga on this occasion. You've got visuals that are coming in from Galwan, from Leh, from Pangong Tso, from Lohitpur. And you see also the diversity in the images on your screens. It shows you the kind of weather conditions, the challenges, the natural challenges that these forces face. And many a time they've spoken out saying that it is yoga that helps them remain fit physically as well as mentally to take up every single challenge that they face along our borders. Those pictures on your screens, Galwan and Pangong Tso in particular, are along the line of actual control where we all know what's been happening for the last 1 year. And on the special broadcast on India Today, we've been getting you some very simple practices that you too can inculcate in your daily life. Important for us to highlight that this isn't a single day event. It's something that you follow through with, and we hope this broadcast will help you do that. I've been in conversation with Garima Bhandari, who's joined us here in our studios on this Monday morning. Garima, you've got us through some very, very interesting asanas. You know, you've taken us through how people can go ahead and ensure better COVID recovery with yoga, even when you have COVID, what to practice. But, you know, what is the one asana that you'd say everyone should do? The one asana that perhaps is an all-in-one asana?
Yes, it is one of my favorite asana, which is like, I call it like a Sarvagun Sampanna asana, how they say. Means it is packed with goodness of all the asanas into one. So for that, it's called Sarvanga Asana. So with that, we need to lie down like this. And then we need to fold our knees, both the knees to our body, and support our hips like this with our hand, and take the legs up like this, as higher as we can go. And if you're comfortable here, you can bend your knees here and take the help of your hands here and just stay here. This is a Vipreet Karni. People also can practice this asana with the support of the wall or with the chair, and slowly transferring all your weight on your shoulders like this. This is a complete posture, and this is very, very good for people with thyroid disorders, varicose veins, and redirects all the trapped blood from your peripheries back towards your heart for purification, towards your mind. And this is an excellent posture to alleviate your stress, excellent for your respiratory glands, as it stimulates your Visuddhi chakra, which is based on the base of your throat. Excellent for women with hormonal issues or PCOD disorders, and even for the kids, people who have problems of insomnia. This is excellent for them. Any skin-related issues, acne disorders, this is an excellent posture. Also helps in correcting your posture, any dysfunctionality that you have in your posture or postural alignment. And you can stay in this posture for as long as 15 to 20 breaths every day, like this. And to exit from the posture, gently bring down your knees. Take the help of your hands, very important. And roll down gently back towards your mat, like this.
So this is the one asana that you'd say everyone should practice?
Yes, this is a complete one-in-all asana. Apart from this, you can also practice headstand, which is also a myth that headstand is only meant for senior practitioners. It is one asana which is packed with so much goodness. Everybody should practice inversion every day. Headstand Shirshasana is also one asana that is meant for all.
Okay, great. So, you know, this has been a very, very insightful discussion, perhaps the best that we can expect on International Yoga Day. Thank you so much, Garima, for joining us here in our studios and, you know, showing us such simple and, you know, so many practices that people can really bring in, especially keeping in mind the times that we're in. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe. We're going to slip into a very short break here on India Today. We'll be right back with lots more updates. We'll also be continuing our special broadcast in just a few minutes.